Hello, everyone. This is a Talking Disaster. I'm John O'Brien. Week 4 is in the books, and we got some other big, exciting news to cover. MLB postseason is starting and has already started last night with the Red Sox defeating the Yankees in the AL wildcard game. They will now move on to play Tampa Bay in the ALDS. So we're going to go over top 10 teams in the NFL right now. MLB postseason predictions from the MLB expert himself. I'm nodding my head no for the people listening. And then week 5 predictions. Now let's just get right into it. My top 10 teams going into week 5 for the NFL. This is not a ripoff of Colin Cowherd's hierarchy. This is my list, but I do agree with him on one thing. This list is not about record. Even though the best team has the best record, you probably know who that is then. But my top 10 is not based off record at all. It's based off who I think the top 10 teams are in the NFL. Number 10, let's get into it. The Cleveland Browns. The Browns are 10. The Browns are 10. The Browns had a win against the Vikings. They won. They scored 14 points. But the Vikings scored less, so they won. And they are 10th. They're 3-1. At number 9, we have the Dallas Cowboys. Pretty impressive win against the Carolina Panthers. I think time will tell with the Panthers, though, if they're actually legit or not as a playoff team. But still, pretty impressive win. Good for them. Number 9. Number 8, the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this might be a little risky because I was like, I made this list before they even played Monday. So just saying. Chargers are 8, and they can move up. And I'm a little, this one, 8 and 7. I think the 6 teams ahead of 7, pretty definite. And I think they're still better than the Chargers. But at number 7, we have the Baltimore Ravens. Now, when we get to number 6, it is the team that has lost to both of these teams I just named. But I will not have them off this list, and I will not have them not in at least the top 6 until proven otherwise. And that is the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are at number 6 for my top 10 list. I'm not going to count out Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to count out Tyreek Hill. And I'm not going to count out Travis Kelce. And I still don't think the Ravens and Chargers are better than the Chiefs. That's my opinion. And I think the Ravens are just slightly better. And I'm pretty sure I could easily be proven wrong by that. And this list is going to be an every week thing. So it's going to change. It's going to go up and down all the time. And number 5, we have the Green Bay Packers, who beat the world-beating Steelers on Sunday. Their win against San Francisco I thought was really impressive. I don't think their win. Let's just get it. Okay. We're at the Packers. Let's just get into that Steelers-Packers game. Forget the offsides call on the field goal. Forget it. Forget it for right now. Even though he was in offsides. If Ben hits Juju for that touchdown, 27-24. If they don't go for it on 4th and kick a field goal, 27-27. Just saying. But I still think the Packers are heavyweight in the NFC, and I still think they're better than the teams I named. So they're number 5. Number 4, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lots of problems with that defense. I don't like that defense. Holding the Pats to under 20 is not going to change my mind on your defense. It's not. But they're still the Bucs. So number 4 for them. Number 3, this team was probably going to be number 1 if they won on Sunday, and they got their butts whooped by the Arizona Cardinals, and that is the Los Angeles Rams. Rams at 3. So you can just say they lost to a good team, and the NFC West is stacked, just like I predicted. The NFC West is stacked, and the Los Angeles Rams come in at 3 on the top 10 list. Number 2, we have the Buffalo Bills, who ever since they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have been on a rampage through their schedule, just blowing teams out of the water left and right. And I'm not surprised. And I think this will continue. And I think the Bills are on fire. And I think, week 1, I think we made too much noise about it. And I think Buffalo deserves this spot at number 2, just with the way they are playing. And like I said, this list is it's my list, and it's subject to change. But number 1, we have the Arizona Cardinals, who are the only undefeated team in the NFL. The Arizona Cardinals looked so impressive against the Rams that it's hard to not acknowledge them as the best team in football right now. They're just kind of clicking everywhere. You have that great pass rush, and you have Kyler looking like an MVP candidate and maybe potentially front runner right now. So the Arizona Cardinals are 1, Bills are 2, Rams are 3, Bucks are 4, Packers 5, Chiefs 6, Ravens 7, Chargers 8, Cowboys 9, and the Browns 10. So let's get into this postseason prediction. Actually, before that, last week, great week of betting again. 10-6 again, guys. Come on, 10-6. We are now 34-30 on the season from my predictions. That's above 500. That's very good. I used to do this without the podcast, and it would not be over 500. It would be very low. So let's keep it up. We're kind of on fire. We'll get to week 5 predictions in a minute, but I'm going to give you my postseason predictions for the MLB. So I said, when I made this, I'm like, I'm going to record this at the time the Yankees Red Sox can be over. So that's not really fair for me to choose. So the Red Sox beat the Yankees, and they're going to go play Tampa Bay. Let's start in the AL first. I have the Red Sox upsetting the Tampa Bay Rays and moving into the ALCS. On the other side of the ALDS, you have the Chicago White Sox playing the Houston Astros. Now, this is where my personal bias comes in. I will not be biased towards the Pittsburgh Steelers. I will not be biased towards the Pittsburgh Penguins. And if I ever have to talk about the Pirates, I will not be biased towards them. I will, however, be biased towards the Houston Astros. I predict the White Sox will sweep them and sweep them out of the postseason, and Chicago moves on to the ALCS. Chicago plays Boston in the ALCS. Chicago takes it. Chicago's going to the World Series from my point of view. The White Sox will face, let's go to the NL. St. Louis Cardinals, the red-hot St. Louis Cardinals go into Los Angeles tonight to play the 100-something win wild card team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the defending world champs. Cardinals have their number in the postseason, let me say that. But I like the Dodgers to win. Dodgers going into San Francisco, so we're going to get a great rivalry series there. Can you imagine? That's the two best teams in the NL facing each other in the NLDS. So Manfred might want to change how your postseason works because it kind of sucks. In my honest opinion, the MLB's postseason format is by far the worst out of the 4 major sports. Not even close. It's like NBA, NHL right here, tied because it's the same. Well, actually, and NBA because the NHL has all that division garbage. And then NFL like slightly below. And then baseball, basement. And so I'm going to have the Dodgers beating the San Francisco Giants in the NLDS, which is kind of an upset. But this is such a terrible situation for both of these teams. You have the Dodgers, who won a bunch of games, a lot. You have them playing a winner-go-home baseball game, which is the dumbest thing ever made because you play 162 baseball games. It is not fair to anyone to play a one-game postseason. That is so stupid. It hurts. And also, I don't understand why the division series aren't 7 games. You play a baseball game every single damn day. You don't even have to do it the NBA and NHL do. You don't have to do this 2-day break BS. You can just play the game every day. It is so stupid. It is so dumb. So I'm happy we're talking about it. But I like the Dodgers to win, and they're going to be in the NLCS. Milwaukee and Atlanta. Milwaukee, Great year for your city, man. Give it up. Woo! You got the Bucks, you got the Brewers. Look at you go. The Brewers are going to beat the Braves, but then they're going to drop to the Los Angeles Dodgers in the championship series. So now we got the Los Angeles Dodgers and Chicago White Sox duking it out for the World Series. I like the Dodgers to take it in 7 games. Now, listen, Clayton Kershaw is out for the postseason. Their pitching staff is still really good without Kershaw, and that's an undeniable fact. And their lineup is just so crazy. I don't think the White Sox can hang with them, even though they're going to lose in 7. They're going to go far. But I think it'll be an exciting postseason. And like I said, dumbest postseason format ever made in the history of mankind. But that's my opinion. So let's get into the week 5 predictions, shall we? We got a heavyweight Thursday night matchup, folks. NFC West battle. Rams going into Seattle to play the Seahawks. Seahawks coming off a huge win. Rams coming off a huge loss. I like the Rams to come back and balance things out. The Seahawks are plus 2.5. I like the Rams to cover. Rams take the win, and they're back on track. I don't like when teams come off a huge win and they're playing a team that came off a huge loss. Because I think even though like you could say momentum, but I don't like you have some team that's going to be really mad, and you're going to have a team that's like really high, like, oh yay, we don't have to prepare as much or whatever. I don't like that situation for Seattle. So give me the Rams to cover and to win. Let's get into Sunday's games, folks. Let's talk about the Steelers game. Yay! Go Steelers! Steelers are playing the Broncos. Steelers are -1 point favorites. I actually do like the Steelers here. The Broncos didn't look that great against Baltimore, but the Broncos have beaten up on a lot of bad teams this year. And the Steelers are a bad team. So Broncos could win. This game is basically a pick'em. I'm going to say, just from the Ben Roethlisberger, Mike Tomlin side of things, this is a must-win game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a must-win. You have to go to 2-3 with 3 teams in your division are 3-1. You have to win this game. And I think they pull it off. So I'm going to say the Steelers win. But it's kind of eye-opening that Vegas only thinks they're 1 point better than Denver. And it's pretty sad. But give me the Steelers. Ooh, we got a game in London. Hey, we're going to go watch the football. We're going to go watch the bloody football. Who's on? Oh, God, the NFL. Oh, God, the Jets. Oh, God, the Falcons. Jesus Christ. What is that? We got to watch the bloody Jets play the bloody Falcons. Does America hate us? Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. We do hate you. Falcons -3. Give me the Falcons. Falcons to cover. Yeah. Eagles, Panthers. Panthers -3.5. I like the Panthers to get back on track at home against Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, and I like Sam Darnold to have a couple more rushing TDs. And I like the Panthers to cover and win. Packers and Bengals. This game might actually be good. Bengals +3, but I like the Packers to win. And I like the Packers to cover here. Patriots, Texans. Texans +9. 9 points is a hell of a lot of points to give to Mac Jones in that offense. But I like the Pats because the Texans are horrible. I didn't know Tyrod Taylor would be one of the most valuable players in the league, just based off, not MVP, I'm not saying that, based off pure value. That Texans team can't move the ball without Tyrod Taylor. What? And Mr. Giraffe at quarterback, Mills, he's going to chuck a few picks. Not to Stephon Gilmore, though, because he got traded. Go to Jacksonville now. Urban Meyer coming off a pretty rough week, I would say. Probably the worst week you can have as a head coach in the NFL. Not only losing to the Bengals, but that video, Urban's looking for a way out, folks. He's been trying to tell y'all he does not want to do this. He said okay, but only for that 10 mil, sir. But I think the Titans cover because the Jaguars suck. Jaguars +4. I really like the Titans to cover. Lions, Vikings -9. You're really going to give 9 points to the Vikings? Give me the Lions. The Lions should have beat the Ravens. But I guess the Vikings just randomly beat the Seahawks 2 weeks ago. But they scored 7 points last week. I like the Lions to cover. I still think the Vikings will win, whatever. Let's go to Tampa Bay now. Bucks -10 against the Miami Dolphins. A little Florida rivalry here. The Dolphins with Jacoby Brissett. You guys can keep on saying Tua is not the guy. Watch the Dolphins without him. If he's not the guy, at least he's an answer for a couple years. Because Jacoby Brissett is not the guy. He's really not. I think Flores is a really good coach. And I like Miami's defense still. But I don't like them enough to completely shut the Bucks out. And the Bucks are the only double-digit point favorites this week. And I like the Bucks to cover. Bucks -10. I told you guys I don't really like those because it's a lot of points. But I like the Bucks to win by more than 10. I like the Bucks to blow them out of the water. They had a slow week offensively last week, so look for the bounce back. Saints, Washington football team. Saints had a brutal loss against the Giants. But I think I'm starting to notice a pattern here with the Saints. I like the Saints to win against the Washington football team on the road. I think Jameis will chuck a few. And I think the Saints win by more than 2 points. I think this game might actually be kind of close, be kind of interesting too. Bears, Raiders. Raiders -5.5. Matt Nagy announcing today that Justin Fields is the starter from here on out for however long that may be. He's a starter for the foreseeable future. Good way to go, Nagy. Wow. That was really, really good decision there. Too bad you had to wait 4 weeks. I don't understand that. But I like the Raiders to cover here, actually. I still think the Raiders are actually kind of good. And I think they are kind of better than the Bears. And I like the Bears offense. I do not. I do not like the Bears offense. What? I like the Raiders offense to play well. And I think Justin Fields. Honestly, though, Nagy, if you were going to wait a week to announce, this would be the week because Max Crosby is going to have a field day against Fields. No pun intended. And I like the Raiders to cover. Browns, Chargers, -1.5 for the Chargers in Los Angeles. I love the Chargers here. That defense looked like a problem. That defense really kind of shut down Derek Carr. And newsflash, Derek Carr is better than Baker Mayfield. If you needed a reminder, I'm sure a lot of people disagree with that, but you shouldn't. Look at the numbers. Derek Carr is substantially better. And with less, too, I might add. And that Chargers defense kind of shut him down. And I like them to do the same thing against Baker. Let's give me the Chargers to cover -1.5. Absolutely. The 49ers going into Cardinals. Another week of 2 NFC West matchups. Let's do that every week. It's fun, even though those games kind of sucked last week. But 49ers, Cardinals -5.5. I actually like the Niners here to cover, but I don't like them to win. I think they cover the 5.5 points. Excuse me. I like them to cover, but I do not like the 5.5. I do not like them to win against the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals moved to 5-0, but a little close one. Closer than last week. Just have a feeling Shanahan's going to have a good game plan. And I feel like they'll just keep the game close and close and close and close. Maybe it's not that close towards the end, but they get a touchdown Then all of a sudden they're covering. Now, this is the worst. I hate this. Every year this happens. Niners Cardinals is at 3:30 Central Time. Guess what's also at 3:30? And that what we're all going to have to watch? Giants Cowboys. Yay! This happens every year. Every year. And I can't tell you the last time I was like, oh yeah, Giants Cowboys. That's going to be really good. What, like 10 years ago? When Eli and Tony were in their primes? Like, are you serious? I can't keep doing this. Every year. And I'm sure the one in New York is on Sunday Night Football or some garbage. I don't get it. I really don't. I can't imagine, like, I know the Giants and Cowboys have bigger fan bases than the Niners and Cardinals, but come on. That is such a better game. And that's just disappointing that we'll have to watch Cowboys Giants, but Cowboys -7. Give me the Cowboys. Giants off a big win. That means they're going to have a big loss. I like the Cowboys to win and have a really good offensive day. Now, I'm just gonna do my special pick now to lead into my Sunday night pick. My special pick is a college football game, and that is why. And the only reason for that is because I'm going to be there. Penn State, Iowa. Oh boy, 4th overall Nittany Lions going into Iowa City to play the 3rd overall Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa favored by -1.5 points. Give me the Nittany Lions to cover. I like Penn State to beat Iowa by more than 1.5 points. And maybe they lose by 1, but that means they still covered. But yeah, I'm going to be at that game. Super excited for it. It'll be one of the best college games of the year. Super important for the Big Ten. Super important playoff implications for both of these teams. So I like Penn State to win. Kind of a really, really tough call, but the Pennsylvania in me is telling me Nittany Lions take this one. And now that goes into the Sunday night game. Bills Chiefs, which I will also be at. So if you're watching this game and you see some drunk Yinzer wearing a TJ Watt jersey, waving his towel, that's me. You'd be like, oh, that's John. John's there. And you're going to be like, huh, no, oh well. And then you're going to watch the rest of the game and have a good time, I think, because this will be a good game. Praying it's a good game. Hoping it's a good game. Chiefs -2.5. I actually do like the Chiefs here. I think this is more of a Steelers-Patriots type of situation where the Steelers really could never pull it off against New England when they were looked as like the 2 heavyweights in the AFC. They could never do it. They could never beat the New England. And I think that might happen with the Bills and Chiefs. I like Mahomes to win. Pretty big game for the Chiefs, I'd say, because you've lost to the Ravens, you've lost to the Chargers, 2 really good AFC teams, to be fair. But you don't want to lose again. You don't want to lose to another good AFC team. That's what the Bills are. They're right there with you, buddy. So I like the Chiefs to win. And let's go to the Monday night game now. Colts Ravens. The Indianapolis Colts, who have disappointed me thoroughly so far, go into Baltimore. Their schedule has been really tough, but like, good God. I mean, super disappointing so far. But Ravens -7. I think it's Ravens. I like the Ravens to cover here. I forgot to circle it. Let me do that now. You guys want to peek? That's what it looks like. I had to cross off 10 and put 9 because I can't count for episode number. I'm really smart. So yeah, I like the Ravens to win. Ravens to win by more than 7. Yeah, those are my picks. Be on the lookout. I got a special episode. So I finished Squid Game. Squid Game is a phenomenal show. And I'm going to give you a review of Squid Game. Take you through all my pros for it. And then I will go into some new music has dropped. Loot from Dreamville. My guy, Loot from Dreamville, just dropped his second album. and it's really good. It's really good. It's really good. So be on the lookout for that review, and then I'll review some other tracks I'm listening to. Yeah, really exciting stuff, guys. Hopefully we have a great weekend of football. Can't wait to get to those games on Saturday and Sunday. Should be an awesome weekend. So thank you for watching and listening always, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you, guys.